Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Soul Good. I'm Amber Marie, and this is your September 2022 Tarotscope. If you're curious about the decks that I'm using today, you can find a list of them in the description box below. You can also find links to my social media accounts, as well as links to information on personal readings and the Soul Good membership channel on Telegram. Just a reminder, this is a general reading, not a personal reading, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. Now, Virgo, before we jump in, I do want to share with you that for the month of September, I have been getting a very transformative or transformation type of energy coming through, right? I feel like many within the collective will be triggered or could be triggered, right, by some deep-seated or deep-rooted things that need to come up for healing or to be transmuted, right? Transcended, however you want to look at it. And so this is going to show up, I feel, differently for everyone because we're all in different spaces on our journey here. And I feel like depending on where you are is going to determine whether it feels overwhelming and challenging and to what degree. Okay. So just a little bit of a heads up for the month. All right, let's jump in and see what you have going on for you. Please, Father, Mother, Life, Universe, Spirits, Guides, Angels, our cosmic team, our ancestors, our higher selves, what does Virgo need to know for September 2022, please? Okay, thanks. Okay. All right, that was really fast, actually. Can you give us some clarity on these things that are happening for Virgo, this transformation? Thank you. This healing that's taking place, what does Virgo need to know? Can you tell us more, please? Thank you. Tell us more for Virgo, please. Thank you. Tell us more for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? All right, thank you. And why is this happening for Virgo, please? Why is this happening for Virgo? Virgo, I feel like you're very focused. Oh, and by the way, for those of you with September birthdays, happy birthday. I hope your birthday is beautiful, blessed, and full of love. Okay, I wanted to do that before I forgot. Yes, thank you. Why is this happening for Virgo, please? I do get the feeling that for some of you, you may feel like, what is the word I'm looking for? Like almost like you're honed in on something, super focused on something. Not sure what that might be for you, but it feels like there's like an extreme amount of focus on something, like very deliberate, intentional focus on something. Okay, thank you. And what changes might come, or why is this beneficial for Virgo's journey, please? What changes might come, or why is this beneficial for Virgo's journey, please? I do apologize for the external noise. I'm not sure what that is outside you guys. But if you can hear that, it sounds like it may be an air compressor or something. I apologize for that. Okay, thank you. What changes might come, or why is this beneficial for Virgo's journey, please? Thank you. All right, we're also going to be looking at the divine masculine energy and divine feminine energies, checking in with both to see what might be happening within those collectives throughout the month. I do want to share with you that masculine does not necessarily mean male, and feminine does not necessarily mean female, although they could. Okay, so I feel like you, first of all, you have both energies within you. And I feel like you will know which energy you're sitting in, or maybe sitting in, based on how you resonate with the cards that come through for each, right? And you may find yourself resonating with both. Okay. So what does Virgo divine masculine have going on this month? Okay, thank you. Like, what do we need to know? And Virgo divine feminine, what do we need to know? I don't know who this is for, but I just got this message of like shit went sideways. Shit went sideways. I don't know who that's for. I'm guessing it may be somebody who's more of a feminine energy. And I'm not exactly sure what that's about, but if you resonate with that, there's probably something in this reading for you, okay? So Virgo Divine Feminine, thank you. All right, let me move these out of the way so we can jump into your reading, Virgo. Let's see. All right, so coming through for you, Virgo, we have first, nope, that would be this way. No, yes, okay. We have the angel. You guys, it's so weird because I like flipped it the wrong way, right? And then it's like, nope, that's not supposed to be that way. So we have the angel in the reverse or shadow attribute position, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Now, here's the thing. Here is the thing, Virgo. Whether you are male or female, don't care. I feel like this card is showing up because I feel like there are things that you have been a party to, okay, where you may have not, how do I word this? You may have been a party to something where you did not take on full responsibility for what took place, your part, okay? And what I mean by that, so how do I word this? Like first, like let's say, I don't even know what the scenario could be. Like I don't even know a way to like try to put this in perspective. Let's say you did something to somebody else, and to you, you feel like you've paid for it, you feel like you apologized, you feel like all the things, right? And you're like, okay, like I've done my part. Like why, right? Like I don't know what this is about, but it feels like there's something where you weren't full on taking responsibility for what happened, and it could be because you're trying to like minimize how that impacted the other party or parties. Okay. So, for example, like you may feel like you've apologized, you may feel like you've done what you're supposed to do, right? But that doesn't mean that that's enough for the other party. I don't know why the hell I'm getting this energy, but it feels very much to me like there's some element of control here, like wanting control over something. And Virgo, I want to lovingly tell you, you cannot control how long it takes for somebody to overcome something. You have or process something, right? Like you don't have control over that. If it takes somebody 5 minutes, fine. If it takes them 5 fucking years, fine. But it's them. Like it's what they need to do for them. And you don't get to control that. Okay. I don't know what the hell this is about, but there's an energy here of like, but I've done the things. Like that's what I keep seeing in my head. And I actually like this is not a very I don't even know. Like the way like the person, the image that I'm getting in my head of this individual who's like, but I've apologized, but I've done this, but I've done that, I've tried to make up for it, blah 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 blah. And it's like I want to smack, like energetically smack this being that I'm seeing in front of my face and say, you don't get to decide when somebody forgives you. You don't get to make that choice. Right. So I don't know what this is about, but I feel like for some, there's that element of this here. Right. Like, I did nothing wrong. Like, they don't understand. And like, everybody plays a part. And wrong or right is merely perspective. That is it. Okay. So where you may perceive something as being okay, someone else may see that as being horrible. And you don't get to decide how they see it. Right. So I don't know what the hell that's about, you guys, but like there's something here about releasing control and letting people go through their shit the way that they need to and taking full responsibility. Like, okay, I understand. Like, if you need fucking 5 years, fine, take 5 years. Right? Like, my part in this led us to this space, and I don't get to decide. I don't get to decide. Like, I just don't. I can be okay with it. That doesn't mean that you are, and that's fine. So I feel like this may be something triggered within your experience for the month of September. Now, I also want to lovingly say, Virgo, if there is somebody who cannot find it within themselves to forgive you, maybe it's time to move on. Okay. Just because someone else is like, I'm not ready yet, that doesn't mean that you have to stand back and wait. I feel like I need to make that very clear. We also have the addict in the reverse or shadow attribute position. Compromises integrity and honesty. This is interesting. Both of these cards coming out together. Allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. And here's the thing. Addiction can be like substances or alcohol, sure. Okay. But you can also be addicted to victim mentality. You can also be addicted to eating the wrong shit, hanging out with the wrong people. I mean, like, you can be addicted to many things that are not good for you. Overindulging, right? Like on TV or movies, or I don't know, whatever. And I feel like there's this interesting energy here. Why? Because we have this energy of acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, which is not being honest or standing in your integrity. And then we have this energy here about compromising integrity and honesty. So I want to lovingly say, Virgo, that I feel like this month you're going to have shit come up and be triggered for you where either you have not been honest with yourself, so this can occur within your own psyche, okay? Or you haven't been honest with other people, okay, about whatever it is, right? There's also this energy here about I feel like I don't feel like this is a lot of people. I really don't. But it feels like that addictive, maybe not being completely honest about addictive behaviors, right? And it could be to sex, it could be to, again, right? Anything. But I feel like that's a very small portion of what I'm picking up on, right? Primarily, it's that compromising your integrity and honesty. And it's like to save your own skin, to be seen as the good guy, right? Or the one who does nothing wrong. Or if you're addicted to victim mentality and you keep creating this fucking victim environment and then keep sinking in the victimhood, right? And you just sit in that water, as it were. There's something here about like that being thrown up in your face. Like, bro, you need to start fixing your own shit type of energy. Okay. So I don't know who that's for, but this feels a lot to me. Again, Virgo, like you're going to have these things brought up. And if you're like, there's no way that's me. Okay. And I'm talking like from your truth, your soul truth, the shit you can't hide from God. Okay. If you're like, there's no way that that's me, then this is likely to be someone in your reality. Okay. We have the gambler in the reverse or shadow attribute position, relying on luck rather than hard work. You know, for some, I just heard the phrase, maybe I'll get lucky and things will get better. I don't know who that's for, but I heard that phrase. Like, maybe I'll get lucky and things will get better. So if you're sticking around with somebody who's an addict, you know what I'm saying, compromising their integrity, not being honest, being or acting innocent to mislead other people, that sort of stuff. Like if that's people in your external reality, like I want to lovingly say, like I really don't think it's going to get better. I feel like they're showing that to you. You are seeing these things so you can make changes. So you can decide like, oh, that's probably not who I want to be around, right? However, I also feel like for some of you, because there is this energy, and for some of you, this is you. This is your own shit, right? Like I feel that very strongly, that for many of you, this is your own shit. This is you not taking responsibility for your own shit. And I don't care if you were acting innocent and angelic to mislead people. I don't care if you've compromised your integrity and honesty and the things. I don't care. I don't care. It's your own shit. It's you facing up to your own shit, seeing your own shit. Okay? And I feel like this is like, there's almost this arrogant type of energy of like, nobody's figured it out yet, that I'm not as innocent as I seem. So I'm just going to keep riding that wave. And I want to say, like, it doesn't work that way. Like, you're not just going to get lucky and things get better. No, you have to put the fucking work in. If your relationship is shit and you're sitting there blaming the other person, it's not going to get better. It takes two people. It takes work. Right? You can't make this shit up. I'm done, Virgo. I'm done. You can't make this shit up. You can't. You have the victim in the light attribute position, which tells me that this is something that is, how do I wear this? This is something where your attention needs to be focused. And that's probably what I was picking up on while I was shuffling, because it says prevent you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. And that's basically what this is about, with the exception of relying on luck rather than hard work. But then again, when your luck doesn't come through and you haven't put the work in, then you can, I'm getting fear energy as well, but when your luck doesn't come through, then you have something to blame, like I'm just unlucky, right? And I feel like this is all being brought up because you are meant to be stepping into a more powerful space where you're not being victimized. You're not allowing yourself to victimize your fucking self and keep yourself imprisoned. And you're not victimizing other people by misleading them or being dishonest. Wow. This is by far like one of the more intense readings that I've done for the month of September, by far. For sure. Like, it's definitely one of the more, this is probably some really deep-rooted shit. This, whatever this is, has been affecting your life for longer than like a couple of months. Like, this has been something that has been showing up for some of you for a year, 2 years, maybe longer for some of you. Like, this is some deep-seated stuff that I feel like your soul is like, we need to get the fuck out of this low vibe space, right? And it's going to require work, for sure. From the tarot, Six of Wands in the reverse, there's this, I mean, here's the thing. This is an energy of punishment. And maybe that's what you feel. Maybe you feel like you're being punished. Right? Maybe you feel like that. Maybe that's why it's like the victim kind of thing, like poor me type of energy is easy to sit in, because maybe you feel like you're being punished for something. Maybe you've been punishing yourself for something. But until you get real honest with yourself and like air out your dirty laundry, as it were, like I feel like you're going to continue to punish yourself. End of story. And if you can't forgive yourself, then how can you expect anybody else to forgive you? I'm just going to throw that out there as well. Right? So, I mean, I'm just saying, but maybe this has to do, maybe there's something here about being too prideful to say, like, I'm responsible for my own shit. There, this is some work, Virgo. Like, I wish there was a way for me to help or like have you feel what I'm feeling, because this is work. Yeah, this is work. This is going to take courage and determination. End of fucking story. Queen of Wands. This is going to take that sincerity of you working on your own shit and coming out of this victim energy, coming out of this dishonest, misleading energy. It's going to take courage to step into your own shit and rely on your own work. Like, right? Being determined to put in that work versus relying on luck or someone else to come save you. Okay? Like, yeah. I mean, like I've been saying, this is, ooh, yeah, justice in the reverse. Dishonesty, unfairness. You cannot make this shit up. I don't know what it is, Virgo. Again, either it's you or somebody else in your reality. And if it's you, there's work to be done, My beautiful soul, there's work to be done. You have shit that needs to be done, and it's fine. I'm not judging you. We've all fucking been there. Like, anybody on this journey has had to face their own shit. It doesn't matter. And it's not pretty. It's not fun. It's not. It sucks. It really does. It really does. It fucking sucks. Anybody who tells you otherwise is lying. Now, overcoming them and looking back and seeing why you had to do all those things and how it's beneficial for you now, that's a whole other feeling. But while you're in it, it fucking sucks. But it's going to take courage to face up to that dishonesty, right? It's going to take courage to stand in your truth. Like the actual truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the fucking truth. Right? I I mean, here's the thing too. I want to lovingly tell you, Virgo, justice in the upright is also about like karma and cause and effect. And if you've been dishonest and lying and misleading other people, this may just be that karma coming back. It is what it is. Right? So you have the opportunity here to flip this around, step into a space of truth and honesty, right? But it's going to take courage and determination, 100 fucking percent. There's no easy button, but doing so brings about brighter days, brings about happiness, brings about joy and pleasure. And I feel like it brings the sun or the light back into your life. Okay? That's how I like, and there's a need here to be fucking brave. The sun is Leo, right? In the tarot. And that Leo energy is brave as fuck. It's brave energy. End of story. Right? So it's going to take that. Leo energy is also very motivated. It's going to take that. But I love this because we have the victim card here in the light attribute, right? Upright position that talks about preventing you from like letting yourself be victimized, right? And when I think of this, like the victim keeps you imprisoned, and you can see like how inward this person is in this card here. And look at the sun card. It's wide open as a victim, right? Whatever that is, whatever it looks like, or victimizing other people, like you need to be like, protect yourself. When you're standing in your freedom and you don't have anything to hide, as it were, you can just be free, open, caution to the wind, right? But I feel like there's brighter days ahead for those that actually acknowledge their shit and work to change it. So here we're looking at why this is happening. Well, this is part of your life path unfolding. That's the part that's standing out strongly here to me. This is your life path unfolding before you. And if you stay in this victim mentality, I want to lovingly tell you, you're not going to get very far. And as a matter of fact, if you've been in this energy, Virgo, I want to say you've probably felt like you're in a room and the walls are closing in. You may have felt like things are falling apart. You may have felt like nothing seems to be going right. That sort of thing. It's because you're not in alignment. The universe is trying to shake you awake and say, hello, are you fucking paying attention? There's shit that needs to change here. Right? I do apologize. I think there's like a lawnmower outside or something. So I do apologize for the noise outside. But it's interesting because people cutting the lawn is what essentially, right? Cutting things away to allow for more growth. I'm thinking like it's interesting because like I don't know if that's how it works with the lawn. I'm not a lawn expert, okay? But like when I think of hair and my hair is like ridiculously long, you cut away the split ends, right? The to create new growth. You trim it to get new growth, right? For it to grow healthier and that sort of thing. And that's what I'm picking up on here with this lawnmower sound in the background there. So I feel like that's what's happening. Like this is what's taking place right now. Okay. Your life path is unfolding before your very eyes, and it's like you're not going to get far if we don't deal with this shit. And I want to lovingly say that spiritually, through this month, like I feel like we've been put on the spiritual fast track. Like God's like, are you ready? And we're standing off the edge of the cliff and we're like, nope. And he's like, too bad, and push you off the edge anyhow. Right? So this is why this is happening. We have the central sun. Look at that sun showing up again. Abundance downloads, regeneration, and success. This is, yeah, yes. This is about you coming back to who you're supposed to be, right? I just want to read. For each of these cards, there's a message, right? I mean, there's a lot more than that, but there's also a message, and I want to read the message, just the message part to you. I'm feeling called to do. So it says here, the great central sun is shining brightly in your life and upon your world. This is a time to regenerate. Tiredness and old energy are being washed away. Old skins have peeled off to reveal a sacred and more aligned you. This is an exciting time. What was I saying, right? There's more to read here, but what was I saying? This is all about you getting into alignment with your life path, the unfolding of your life path, why you're here. Central sun energy is magnetic and all-powerful, opening you up to light and supporting you as you express your own light in this lifetime. New ideas, opportunities, and experiences come easily to you at this time. Like the sun kissing the perfectly ripe soil, the seeds you have planted are being encouraged to grow. Realize that in order to go beyond your horizon, it's important for you to welcome energetic exchanges. When you help others, you let yourself be helped in return. When you invest energy in projects, you let energy be invested in yourself. Right? So again, it's that energy of like, you reap what you sow, cause and effect, right? Like that justice card there. And also this energy coming up of like, I'm drawn to that sentence. It says, like the sun kissing the perfectly ripe soil, the seeds you have planted are being encouraged to grow. You are being encouraged to grow. That is why this is happening. You're being encouraged to get into alignment with your life path. Those light codes, the light initiation, great teacher, awakening, and divine magic. Because it's time. It's time for you to step into who you're supposed to be. You're meant to be learning from this. Right? You're meant to learn from these things and grow from them and move on. Right? You're not meant to be dwelling on them and sitting with them. So there's this energy here of why is this happening? Because you need to learn these things and move on. That's why. Right? And I do feel like for some of you, there's an element of, I've went through all of these things and I found my way out of the shit, the mud, the muck. And so now I can help you get out of the shit and the mud and the muck, especially for those that have dealt with addiction, right? We have the addict and the gambler both. Okay, so if you've been involved in either of those things, like this is your opportunity to grow from all of these things, step out of that victimhood and go in to get other people. Okay? Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. Yeah, that's the energy for me of why is this happening? So you can learn how to forgive yourself. I feel like I need to say that again. You forgive yourself. This is not about I don't feel. You forgiving other people. And you'll know, right? I feel like for more so, this is an energy of learning how to forgive yourself, living with grace, forgiving yourself for not knowing what you didn't know, understanding that each journey is unique. Yours is unique. Your best friends is unique. Your mom's, your partners, your whoever, right? And embracing that and saying like, I didn't know what I didn't know. Now I know. Now I'm going to move forward with grace, right? And finally, emerald tablet activation, cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, and conscious manifesting. Yes, right? Because I've been talking about you reap what you sow. So that's about, like, for me, being very conscious about what you're putting out into the universe. Example, if you're putting out things that mislead people and being dishonest and compromising your integrity and, you know, not putting in work and then playing the victim and all this shit, like, that's what you're putting out and that's what you're going to get back. If you're poor me, I'm the victim, guess what? The universe is going to deliver to you shit that makes that aligns with that. You're the victim? Okay, well, here, let me throw you some more shit that makes you feel like the victim. Fine. Because the universe wants to give you what you want. Your divine creator, God, whatever you call it, wants to give you what you want. But the only problem is, universe doesn't speak English. It speaks energy. And so you're dumping energy into this shit, this fucking nonsense. And the universe is like, oh, here, well, I'm going to give it back to you because that's what you want. I want to tell you. And that cosmic ordering, that alchemy, like, this is about you healing from these things, moving forward, transcending these things, right? And it's cosmic ordering in the sense of God saying, it's fucking time. I don't have time for you to sit here on the edge of the cliff and dip your toe in anymore. It's go time, right? I don't know what this is. This could even be so much as you not being honest about, like, not walking your talk, right? Like, oh yeah, I'm healing, I'm good, I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm doing the things, but you're really not, right? I don't know why I got that just now, but it could be about that. You, are you kidding me? You have got to be fucking kidding me. So here now, from 3 different decks by 3 completely different authors, you have the Sun yet again. Except for this is the position of what changes might be taking place as you move through this energy and heal, right? Or why is this important for your journey? Well, you have the Sun yet again, joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, and play. Because whatever the Virgo, you got me all sorts of fired up, this energy. I want to lovingly say to you that whatever it is that you are holding on to is killing you through anxiety and stress and dis-ease, illness, because you are so out of alignment. That may not be for everyone. And I'm not a doctor. Seek medical treatment for what you need medical treatment for. I cannot give and do not give medical advice, but I want to lovingly say that the stress and the shit that you are holding on to and not releasing and not working through will kill you. Never so much in any of these cards have I ever looked and felt this life force be about, like, truly, like, this stuff will kill you. It doesn't really happen. Okay. And for me, it's like, I want to, like, shake you. I want to shake you and say, if you don't get your shit together, you're going to end up killing yourself. Why is this important and what changes come? Because you're meant to experience this life on this planet to the fullest. You are not meant to be in a state of suffering, pain, dis-ease, illness. You're not meant to be in that energy. This is happening to move you out of the dark and into the light, into your truth, your soul truth, not the stories you've told yourself or the stories you've told anybody else. This is about you stepping into your light, and it's so fucking important. Cannot believe you have the Sun 3 times. Wild. The Mystic Rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. Grace again. Again. There's a need here for some of you to relinquish control and recognize the humanity in other people and have compassion for them instead of, because I feel like there are some of you who are like, why doesn't this person do that? Why doesn't this person do this? Why can't this? Why can't that? Blah, 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 blah. It's not just fucking about you. It's not. And I feel like for some of you, this is the part that where you need to be like, hey, look around. We're all fucking suffering. We're all in pain. We're all just trying to make it day to day in the best way that we can. And sometimes our best doesn't look like your best or his best or her best, right? I don't know. I'm getting super passionate about this because I feel like for some of you, you're just like riding people hard and riding everyone but yourself. You might work yourself into the ground in the physical aspect of things, okay? Right? But there's something here about needing to be devoted to your spiritual growth, your truth, being really fucking honest with yourself, and getting rid of the bullshit. Okay? Have compassion for people. We're all human beings rooted on this planet right now. You cut us, we bleed. We all are born and we all die. We're all just trying to make it and nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. So have some compassion. Not everybody is going to see things the way that you do. As a matter of fact, it's likely that no one will, because there's not a single person on this planet who's lived the exact same experience that you've had. Not one. And we can only understand things from our own perspectives. End of story, period. You can put yourself in different perspectives if you allow yourself that, playing the observer, right? But from what we've experienced, that's as far as our perspective goes. Unless you're able to open yourself up to other people, to be compassionate, to understand that you don't have all the answers and you don't know all the things. I do feel like some of you are also healers, right? Because here's the thing, we have the Great Teacher Awakening, and directly beneath it is that Mystic Rose. I feel like some of you are mystics or healers, teachers, leaders, truth seekers, even if that's hidden beneath, right? I mean, I want to say, like, I apologize if that came through so forcefully. Like, it's not my intention ever to make anybody feel small. So I really hope that that is not how that was taken, because this was very lovingly like, hey, right? Sometimes that thing that gets us to realize what we're doing doesn't feel good. Sometimes it hits us like a brick. And sometimes in these readings, I'm the fucking brick, but I'm just the messenger, right? It's your story. If you don't resonate with it, don't pick it up. It's not for you. But I did want to make very clear that I am not trying to make anyone feel small. The reason why that frustration and passion was building within me and coming out that way is because I could feel your potential. I can feel it. And as an observer, I'm like, why? Like, I get it. You're on your own journey. But can you just please? We have Whispers of Mother Earth as well. Creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. So I feel like for some of you, that focus that I picked up on earlier, that may be something that you are focused on, right? Like creative pursuits, endeavors. Aside from that though, because we're looking at what changes might come from all of this energy, experiencing this, healing it, going through it, right? And how might that be beneficial for us? I feel like if you've been blocked creatively, it could open that baby wide up when you start to step into your truth, whatever that is. Your truth out of all of this may be that you're in a relationship you don't want to be in, right? And that's your truth. I don't know, or you're in a job that you don't like, and that's your truth. This is really about you getting into your truth and being very, 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 very honest with yourself. And I feel like once you do that, the changes that come from that, or why this is beneficial to you, is because it's going to open up that blocked creativity, if this applies to you. So for divine masculine energy, again, I want to share that just because it's masculine doesn't necessarily mean male. Feminine does not necessarily mean female. You can also be in both energies. We have both within us. Okay, usually one's more dominant than the other, but if you resonate with both, then it's likely that you're experiencing both energies. Okay, but you could easily be a masculine energy in a female form. All right. So for the divine masculine, we have here first, wow, Hate Myself by NF. And I feel that for some of you, this may be why you don't like to admit where you've been dishonest or where you've misled people, or you don't tell the whole truth about certain things. Because I feel like you, for some of you, I feel like you hate yourself enough for everyone, which makes my heart sad. But I do feel like that's probably truthful for some of you. It says, I don't see you like I should. You look so misunderstood. And I wish I could help, but it's hard when I hate myself. Pray to God with my arms open. If this is it, then I feel hopeless. And I wish I could help, but it's hard when I hate myself. And I feel like this is something that some of you are working through, some of the energies that you're working through. You may be holding that hate within yourself and it may be manifesting within your physical body. Again, I'm not a doctor. I can't give medical advice. But when we hold on to energies, they can manifest within our body as dis-ease or illness. And for some of you, I feel like there's a part of you that does not like yourself that you've been holding on to. And it may have manifested in your body. So for me, I feel like divine masculine is moving through this energy. And when you allow yourself to release things, right? And move into a more empowered space where you're not allowing yourself to be victimized, you're not essentially perpetuating your self-victimization, and you're not victimizing other people. I feel like it's like dealing with that energy of not liking yourself, right? And I feel like that will bring through these feelings of happiness and joy, like true joy, not just like some bullshit joy that you covered up by going to the casino or by, I don't know, going to snort lines or whatever the hell. I don't know what it is, right? And I don't care. But I feel like it's dealing with the things, right? I feel like that's where divine masculine is at this month. We also have here Raging by Kygo. I know that you hate it, and I hate it just as much as you. But if you can brave it, I can brave it. I can brave it all for you. And this feels very much to me like an ego death. I'm not going to lie. Like, typically, that is not what I would get from this song at all, because this is music therapy for the DM. Okay. That is not what I would get from this at all, typically. But in this particular energy, it feels to me like it's about the ego and your soul self. Like, the ego does not want you to see the things and move through the things. It's trying to protect you. Your ego doesn't like to be sat in the corner, as it were, right? And your soul's like, this sucks. But your soul will be there every step of the way, and it absolutely will support you every step of the way, if you, as a human being, can step into it as well. And it's interesting that we have so much hate coming through here. So I feel like Virgo, divine masculine, you're dealing with hate of self, hate of other people, hate of the environment or situation or whatever. I feel like you are moving through those energies as well. For the divine feminine, we have Wild Horses by Bishop Briggs. I apologize. I just hit the edge of the table. Some of you may have attachment to horses, feel called to horses. It's really fast. I don't know why I'm getting that with this, but that may be important for someone. We have here, you hold me down in the best way. No quarter from these chains that I've slept on my heart for a feeling. Okay, let me just, right? You hold me down in the worst way. No quarter from these chains that I've slept on my heart for a feeling. Why can't I let my demons out? Keep screaming into the pillow, cuz your taste still gets me stupid high. Isn't that interesting? Because we have the addict card here. So for some of you, this is about drugs. This is about altered states of consciousness that have to do with addiction. Okay? Um and I feel like some of you have relied on that as a crutch, okay, for you to just exist. Um However, for others of you, Divine Feminine, I feel like there's this energy of why can't I let my demons out? Like, this is your shadow self, the things that you need to release. Keep screaming into the pillow. I feel like there's an energy here of like, if you find yourself not being able to sleep and you like, I feel like that it's keeping you awake at night. That's what I was trying to get at. Like, these things may be keeping you awake at night. I feel like there's this energy here of like some of you recognizing that there are things that you need to release and things that you need to do, but being like almost like stubborn and not letting yourself see them and trying to find other ways to cope or coexist with those demons. Okay. I feel like that's where Divine Feminine's at. And I feel like, okay, Virgo, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened, but my camera cut off. As I was saying, I don't know what part got caught at the end there. But with this card, I feel like for some of you, this is about your demons coming out and like you addressing them being shown to you very plainly, and you making moves to to separate yourself from them. Okay. Um, this feels like an incredibly big, sorry, release of fear around a lot of things that have been holding you back. And I feel like once you move through that energy, Virgo, you could potentially be seeing brighter days. Now, for some of you, this is energy that you've already moved through, and you are seeing that sun. You are seeing the alignment. You are seeing the things happening. Okay. But I don't feel like that. I mean, that's for probably a very select few. Okay. So, very interesting for you, Virgo. Again, one of the more intense readings that I've had for the month of September so far. So I'm holding space for you. Please know that. Okay. Please know that I'm holding space for you. I'm sending you so much love and tons of hugs. Know that you've got this. Okay. Please know that. I hope that something here has resonated for you. If it has, please do the YouTube things by liking, sharing, and or subscribing. It helps the channel to grow and tells YouTube that there may be something here for someone else as well. I want to thank you so much for your time and your energy. I truly do appreciate you so very much. Again, I'm sending you so much love and I'm holding space for you. Have an amazingly expansive and powerful month. Take care of your beautiful soul, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.